Fnaf lets us live out the ultimate fantasy of taking down the bad guy one step at a time, but also lets us watch children die over and over again, and that's what really matters. Greetings gamers and welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host Connor Monroe, and I think my FBI agent has given up on me. Fnaf is full of mysteries and has used that to encapsulate an audience and get us coming back for more each game. But not many games are able to do this, but some have tried, and that's what we're exploring with today's list of the top 10 scary games that wish they were Fnaf. If you're new here or just haven't yet, hit like and subscribe because you clearly like us if you're back. While you do that, we'll roll the intro. At 10, Bendy and the Ink Machine. Look, I know all of you Bendy stans are gonna hate me for this one, but there is no denying that Fnaf is more popular than Bendy and the Ink Machine. One look at the Game Theorist channel page says it all. MatPat has done theories on both Bendy and the Ink Machine and Five Nights at Freddy's. Matt has made 6 theories on Bendy and the Ink Machine and like 36 on the Fnaf franchise. Each of those Bendy videos managed to cross 1 million views, yes, but only one of them made it to 10 million views, and in total the views add up to around 33 million, which is extremely impressive, don't get me wrong, but the Fnaf series on his channel has done so much better. First of all, Freddy has made it onto his channel banner. Second, the Fnaf playlist is on the homepage of the channel, clearly recommending it to others. On average, his Fnaf theories make it to 15 million views each, and while yes, some have more and some have fewer, I said average. The Fnaf series has been so elusive in its lore, and even with these 36 theories, we still don't know what's coming next. So while you may love Bendy and think that that game is better, Fnaf is the more popular franchise, and Bendy wishes it had its notoriety. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Time for the hate comments. And at 9, fan games. This one seems fairly straightforward, right? Like, of course the Fnaf fan games want to be Fnaf. They're literally just cloning the characters and format that Scott came up with. Well, that isn't always the case. There are some games that mimic that, sure, like Five Nights at the Krusty Krab and Five Nights at Candy's, and hell, even Five Nights at the Car. Kind of. But this isn't true with all fan games. The Joy of Creation, for example, breaks away from the regular Fnaf mold in an exciting way, with the main character being Scott, and there even being 2 separate modes, story and survival. Sinister Turmoil Sewers was the Corn Maze minigame before the Corn Maze minigame was even a thing from the Fnaf VR DLC. The Final Night series went in some really interesting directions, with you needing to sleep to pass time, and with those damn creepy puppets. And Dormitibus. Don't even get me started on that. But the fan games, whether they play off the Fnaf formula or expand on it, all have one thing in common. They're not as recognizable as the original. Let's face it, even if a fan game breaks all the rules of the series, being classified as a fan game limits the exposure of those games. While us Fnaf fans know about Five Nights at Candy's or the Joy of Creation, those who just watch the MatPat theories or just know the name of the games wouldn't know how incredible those fan games actually are. And starting out a game career as a fan game maker doesn't really look good on a resume. Especially for bigger companies like EA or Naughty Dog. They would probably prefer original ideas. And at 8, SCP Secret Laboratory. SCP Secret Laboratory is a multiplayer online team deathmatch of sorts that puts you in one of 4 teams. The SCP items, Class D personnel, researchers, or Nine-Tailed Fox, or whatever they end up calling it. Basically, the facility has a major containment breach, and your job is to kill all the SCPs or get the researchers to safety. Your goal as a Class D personnel is just to escape, and your goal as an SCP, which is clearly the thing everyone wants to be, is my personal goal in life: wipe out all the humans. However, while this game is good, it isn't as well known as other SCP games like Containment Breach, Blackout, or things like that. So it's unfortunate to see a game I personally have had a good time in deal with that sort of thing. But if this game had this sort of story and told it in the same way that Fnaf did, the game could be incredibly well known. It's still fun and free, so I suggest you check it out, but it doesn't have the notoriety of Fnaf. And at 7, Hello Puppets. Hello Puppets looks like a hell of a nope. Get it? This game basically puts you in the shoes of an investigative reporter looking through an abandoned kids TV show production facility where you get attached to a puppet that was supposed to take over your body, but somehow you end up awake through the whole thing, and then you try to escape with the help of your puppet who slowly becomes your friend. I've seen Eddie VR play it, and MatPat has done a theory on it as well. But the thing is, this could be the next Fnaf. I know that it sounds bad the way I say that, but the only reason this probably won't be as big as it could be is because of the restriction it put in place with it being a VR title. If they released a flat version like they did with Help Wanted, then the game could be incredibly popular. The mystery is presented in a more mysterious way than some others on this list, and there are more questions than answers. The ending was obscure, and I'm sure that they can make more games like that in the future. The only thing limited to this game is the fact that it's VR only. I hope this game can really flourish because it looked so cool. Oh, I don't want to play it though, because that is terrifying. And at 6, close your eyes. Close your eyes, shut your mouth, dream a dream and get us out. Well, actually, that's not the point of this game. The game is all kinds of screwy though. In Close Your Eyes, there seems to be another way to see, but it's while your eyes are closed. With your eyes closed, your sight basically goes into detective mode where certain items and things are highlighted. Oh, and a character known as the Witch can send you secret messages because you're half of her because you were her body before it was torn away because a nuclear apocalypse caused the destruction of the outside world. Yeah, this game is complicated, but not as complicated as some others. Fnaf. But the lore seems to be more intricate than we originally planned for. The explanation for the husks along with the real world lore behind the witch has yet to be truly discovered, and this game isn't a VR exclusive title either, so maybe us talking about it and giving it some much needed attention can help us figure out what we really need to know. What the hell? Maybe we can figure out the lore definitively, because like, what? Halfway through number 5, Slenderman. Slenderman is iconic, don't get me wrong, but what has it done that FNAF hasn't? The character of Slenderman has gotten his own games, a movie, and countless fan recreations. The same thing has happened with FNAF, except the movie is still in the works. Is it actually still happening though? I read that Scott just wanted to change the script since it wasn't up to his standard, but like, is the movie planned? Are they still doing it? The way the world is right now, I'm sure it's on even a longer of a halt than it was before. Anyway, it was actually brought to my attention that FNAF is more popular than Slenderman after going back and watching some map path theories for other lists. Before starting the FNAF series on his channel, he had a poll that asked viewers if they would rather see a Slenderman episode or a FNAF one, and the response was overwhelmingly FNAF. Which, if it hadn't have been, the games probably wouldn't be as popular as they are now. It's like how Minecraft got a boost from the Yogg's cast and their original series that changed to Survival Island, and then Shadow of Israfel. I'm honestly still waiting on episode 43. Oh, and I'm still waiting on that Slenderman episode, Matt. Come on. Neither of you are watching. Yogg's cast isn't watching, Knifehead isn't watching. And at 4, Case Animatronics. Case Animatronics is a truly scary and challenging first-person stealth horror available on the Steam store. Control of the police department is in the hands of an anonymous hacker. All exits are locked, the electricity is off, and metallic thumps are getting closer. Happy Thump Day. Can you as Detective Bishop survive? This game literally has animatronic in the name, and has been compared to FNAF by many. Jacksepticeye himself said that he wishes an actual FNAF game went this way, so it appears like it is some form of clone or copycat, but with free roaming abilities with animatronics that look like they're from special delivery. You play as Detective Bishop, who was working late when a few anonymous hackers shut down the electricity and I'm assuming set monsters loose on the cops. You have a portable tablet that allows you to watch cameras as you move around, which is a very interesting idea for a FNAF game, allowing you to check the places you're going rather than being stuck in one location checking around you. It adds another layer of fear and strategy into the game. The game goes for 11 bucks Canadian on Steam and has like 7 achievements, so it's kinda good. And at 3, Siren Head FNAF clone. The Siren Head FNAF clone that I'm talking about here isn't actually available anymore from what I could see. The link Markiplier left in his video is no longer linking to the game and I can't find anything about the game on the creator's profile. However, from what I saw of this game in the video, you sit in an office similar to that of FNAF 6 with 3 cameras. You can view those cameras and repair them, but you can also leave the office and potentially see Siren Head down the road. From what I can gather, the game is basically you trying to escape Siren Head by monitoring where he is, and when he is far enough away, getting outside, getting in your car, and getting the out of Dodge. Which you should be doing in every FNAF game. Honestly, if there is a freaking animatronic trying to kill you, I don't care how much you're paying me. Unless it's like at least 20 an hour. If there is a high risk of death, I'm not bloody working there. Okay? This is literally just a Siren Head game using the FNAF formula. And at 2, Try to Fall Asleep. Try to Fall Asleep is an older horror game that recently got a fresh coat of paint. The game revolves around the player who ends up having an accident where their brain gets damaged. The doctor you see prescribes rest as a way to recover. However, there are monsters haunting your dreams that are trying to kill you, both by keeping you awake and actually killing you. However, if you do fall asleep, you need to deal with nightmare levels. This game has tons to talk about, but not as many people are aware of it. Somehow, games like these slip under everyone's radar, even when a whole bunch of you would love this game. If you haven't tried it, I highly suggest you do, or find someone who's played it online. Finally, in at number 1, Doki Doki Literature Club. Okay, I know all you Monica stans are gonna come for me now, but come on. We all know that while Doki Doki is popular, It's not FNAF popular, okay? This game, while trippy, has everything played out fairly straightforwardly. You realize what's going on and then you take steps to fix the problem. While yes, it's creepy and you end up watching terrible things, the lore is fairly easy to figure out. With FNAF, however, there is so much more to figure out and there is so much to deal with, it's impossible to do it all at once, and I think that's why FNAF is so addictive. We don't know anything for sure. Nothing is cemented in fact unless it's come from an official source of lore, like Scott Cawthon himself. So it brings people back again and again to try to solve the mysteries that nobody had been able to solve before. DokiDoki doesn't really do that. There we have it, friends, the top 10 scary games that wish they were FNAF. Which games did you expect to see on this list, and why do you think FNAF has captured the masses? Be sure you let me know down below, and on your way down, be sure you hit like and subscribe for daily gaming content, and ring that bell to join the clan and level up. Thank you all so much for watching. I have been and shall remain Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video.